So there's been a lot of hoopla and a lot of, media attention around, Nick Saban, Jimbo Fisher, and rightfully so. That is something that is very, very wild. But what's not being talked about that now has the attention of many Big Ten fans is that I get recently a report came out that recently the Big Ten, not the Big Ten, but the NCAA, they came out where they're saying there's no longer a rule in place where your conference has to have divisions. So when you look at a conference like the Big Ten, we have divisions. We had the legends and leaders, and now we have the Big Ten East and the Big Ten West. And many Big Ten fans, especially in the East, that are fans of that team up north, which I just despise, Michigan State, Penn State, obviously my Buckeyes, is that we have to all play each other, and then the Big Ten West, they get to the Big Ten championship game and they lay an egg. They're not competitive, And as a fan of a team that plays in the Big Ten East, I have no issues with the Big Ten West, because if we can come out strong out of the Big Ten East, we're going to get it. We're going to win that game. No Big Ten West team has won since this format, has changed in 2014. Now, obviously, I think was it Nebraska or Wisconsin? They won when there was legends and leaders. But since 2014, my Buckeyes won 55-0. Michigan State, they beat Iowa. Penn State, they beat Wisconsin. My Buckeyes won 4 straight Big Ten championships, and last year that team up north unfortunately beat us. They ended up beating Iowa in the Big Ten championship game. They won 42-3. But if you were that team up north, if you're a fan of that team up north, if you just beat Ohio State, under this new thing, they're saying that it could be possibly in 2023, the Big Ten does away with the divisions. They're going to keep, it would just be the top 2 teams record-wise in the conference. Now, in terms of scheduling purposes, they will keep the division format in terms of scheduling, but the top 2 teams will be potentially will go to the Big Ten championship game in Indianapolis. If I'm that team up north and I beat Ohio State, on the last game of the season, why would I want to turn around and face the Buckeyes again? That doesn't make any sense. And if I'm a Buckeye fan, obviously, why would I want to face them again? We had 2007, we had 1 versus 2, Ohio State versus, that team up north. Obviously, you go to Big Ten, not the Big Ten championship, but to play for a national championship. We beat that team up north. Why would we want to face them again, the following week? I don't think it makes any sense. I think you can maybe realign the divisions, but doing top 2 teams in the conference, it doesn't make – I'm not a fan of that, because I want the easiest advantage to get to the college football playoff. You are putting your team as a fan base in jeopardy of not reaching the goal of getting to the playoffs. You can play a team from the Big Ten West, basically a guaranteed win. No Big Ten East team has lost to a Big Ten West team in Indianapolis. Or you can go face your rival again. Why would Penn State sign up for that? You think in 2016, when Penn State unfortunately beat us on a blocked field goal, you think they would want to turn around and have to face us again? They already beat us. Why should they have to play us? That doesn't make any sense. I'm not a fan of it. I think you can do – there has to be something. I'd rather keep it this way. I don't want to face one of these teams again that we already beat. You never know. Now, obviously, you can bring up the point in 2016, and JT was short. We beat them, and then we turn around the following week have to face them. Maybe that team up north, a fan would probably want to would agree with that. But I don't think this year that they would want to face us again. So I'm going to stay strong on my point. I don't think it's good that you go with the top 2 record-wise teams, because you're putting your team in jeopardy of not getting to the college football playoff, or what else? Knocking everyone out the college football playoff. If we both beat each other and we split, now no one in the conference is going to the college football playoff. And we're going to have 2 SEC teams or whatever, conference there. Or Notre Dame, if they get in, I don't want that. I want the best path possible. Obviously, we got to take it a game at a time. This wouldn't affect the 2022 season. But, yeah, I'm not a fan of this at all.